Hello, Maddie from Hello Interloper here, the latest in Defender of Texel news. Now, I'm sure some of you were hoping for a raid event, but it seems like something has changed and we are at Special Dungeon. This was released a few days ago. I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. Better late than never. But as you can see, they must have been a little bit busy because they accidentally left Rome for the Holidays on their comic. That, of course, was the last special dungeon. So I do believe this one might have been a little rushed because we didn't see the raid. We were supposed to have a raid, but, whatever. I guess they have full rights to switch things around. So basically, this special dungeon, it doesn't have anything exactly new to it. It's the same old thing. You have the Harpies Horde, and you have 3 different dungeons here instead of the 4 that was for the Rome for the Holidays one. That was a special thing. But, yeah, this one's called Made in Texel, and the comic, honestly, is not very, well put together, let's say. Because you don't really know what's going on. Basically, this guy is evil, I guess, and he makes his creation trub hell, and they're gonna go fight him. So, kind of simplistic, but whatever. So, here's the schedule. The Harpies Horde is already open, and this event actually ends in about 3 days. So, if you haven't started yet, probably should jump on that. I can't exactly tell you guys about any personal experiences I've had with this dungeon because I have not been able to log in since the new year came around, which is very disappointing. Yeah, it's been very disappointing. But, so anyway, let's go over some of the rewards and event guides we've got here. There are 3 hero fighters and then 3 rank rewards. Rank rewards being the ones that you get in the 3rd and 4th stages of each place. And I might as well mention that we have a guru area, a champ area, and a rogue area this time around. And let's start with the... I don't know which one this is. Doesn't mention it, does it? Champ. There we go. Okay. So, this is a champ here, and it kind of looks like a girl with some kind of fancy outfit here that gets a sword and a kind of, if you look at it, it's kind of a dragon-like mask, or maybe a demon mask. But the last evolution is pretty badass, at least in my own opinion. I kind of wish that they saved this design for a better fighter just because it looks really cool. And unfortunately it's just a hero reward, which is kind of sad. But she has Shock, which is elite, with a cooldown of 2 when fully maxed. Which is pretty nice because usually we don't see very low cooldowns for champs. So it's nice to see that 2 instead of 3 or 4 or whatever. So anyway, she's the champ one. Let's move on to the rogue. And unfortunately this is a recolor, which is a little bit disappointing, but this guy does have preempt, which is elite, which is very nice, and that means that when fully maxed, it has a cooldown of 0. And unfortunately it doesn't have a very high attack, which is usually required for a preemptor to be actually really good, but it has a very high agility. So I'm sure if, let's say you had some rare fodder, fully maxed rares that you don't know what to do with, might be good to superfuse attack onto this guy if you don't have some of the better ones, but otherwise he's not that amazing. Also, a little bit disappointed that we get a recolor, but it is quite a nice recolor. If you can see, it's got some interesting colors that aren't really used very often, like a nice little sea green and a periwinkle blue. But it seems like the bright green flaming spear is a little out of character. Well, anyway, let's finally look at the guru, who unfortunately is at least in my own opinion, of course, this is my channel, I will share my opinion if I want to, but I think this is a rather lame recolor, and I'll explain to you why. If you look at the original color of this dude, do they have a link for it? Yeah, I don't know why they didn't mention that he is a color swap, but basically nothing has been swapped with the coffin, and he's got a whole new sort of color scheme from the original, and it just seems a little disappointing that they didn't change the coffin itself. It would be nice to see some kind of blue in there, rather than the standard gold and red velvet lining. But overall, I'm not too impressed with this dude, but he does have very high wisdom, meaning that he'll probably be a really good superfuse option. Especially because there's going to be so many of him, because he is a hero and not a rank reward. Well, the upper tier reward, let's say. But he does have a Gale Elite, which is kind of interesting because all the heroes are single target. And he also has a cooldown of 0 when fully maxed. Now let's move on to the better guys. And here is Trubhel, the guy that was, or Trubel, however you say it, that was shown in the comic. And as you can see, he kind of looks like a very scary troll slash executioner. And kind of looks like the other two mace-carrying ogre guys that have been released. Or if they could be demons, they do have wings. This guy does not. But it kind of looks like he has an executioner's hood that starts absolutely taking over his body. But I gotta say the last evolution is just a little bit messy for my tastes. Now, he has Repay, which is definitely a welcome surprise, because Repay can be extremely effective. I have, what is his name? Oh, I don't even remember. That creepy snail. But anyway, the creepy snail has Repay. He's extremely useful in PvP. So it's nice to see another one entering the fray. He has a very high HP, high attack, high defense, very low wisdom and agility. So he's basically a perfect tank. And Repay, unfortunately, does have a cooldown of 1. But still extremely useful. Definitely useful. So the next guy... that was the champ, by the way, is a rogue, and this is another one where I find it to be a little bit disappointing, because we have Sting Elite, which unfortunately is a 1 cooldown. You think it would be a 0 cooldown, seeing that it's a single target ability. But as you know, Sting deals damage with agility, and the agility is pretty good. Attack is also very nice. High HP for a rogue, low wisdom... average defense, not really that great, but higher than some rogues for sure. But the part that kind of disappoints me is the fact that the head is basically copy-pasted and a little bit edited from Gara. So it's kind of annoying to see that just basically slammed on just a random guy here. But I gotta say, the last evolution does look very polished. This one kind of looks strange, because you wonder, okay, if you're going to transform into a werewolf or whatever the heck you are, why is just your torso and arms a different color? But yeah, I like the last evolution. Now, the last one is the Guru, and this is also one that I really, really like. It has Pyro All, which is an adept ability, and cooldown of 1, which is expected of all... abilities that affect everybody, for gurus at least, magical ones. And the reason why I like him so much is because he is quite fast, has a pretty high wisdom, though not as high as, what's his face over here? Bombazin. That's kind of a strange name. But he is a attack all guru, which is pretty nice, and he's got fairly good HP for a guru. Usually we see really low HP, like in Baldwin and some other ones. Defense is fairly low. Attack is unusually high for a guru, but the design is great because it is a nice twist on your standard Grim Reaper. And honestly, I think it's very well done, because the scythe just gets crazier as it evolves, and then eventually you got the crazy skulls that go from normal skull to crazy horn skull. So it's pretty much I guess I could definitely consider it a favorite of mine. So that's about it. One thing to know is that you can also get, for invites, you can get the crazy disco snowboarder with a sword. I always found this one very confusing. I mean, it's a guy in a lime green disco suit with a blonde afro, and he's going snowboarding with a... Oh wait, no, that's not a sword. That's actually... Yeah, that's a sword. That's a giant spiked club. But yeah, very, very odd. So anyway, that's about all you really need to know about this event. Other than the fact that nothing really is different. There's actually a new relic gear, but you know, it is elite. Gonna be kind of hard to get a Sting as an elite skill there. And yeah, that's about it. And hopefully the next event that we get will be a raid event, because I know a lot of people were waiting for that and pretty angry that there's a special dungeon. Personally, I love special dungeons. I just wish I could partake in it, because I have not been able to connect. I even reinstalled Defender of Texel. Honestly, I'm afraid I might have to try updating to iOS 7, which I don't want to do. I really don't like the way it looks, so I've been sticking to 6. But I guess I might have to update it if I want to play. So anyway, good luck everybody in this event, and hopefully next time I will have an update for you guys on time. Take care.